Hi, it's Kozue. Today I'm trying out different magnets with magnetic polish instead of gel. When you're using magnets, be careful. If you casually set one down on the table, it can suddenly snap into another magnet. I'm using this PA magnetic arrange coat. The color is a brownish, copperish, muted shade. First, I'm going to use this magnet with a big 5D engraving on it. I bought it at the nail festival in Kagawa, and I've seen it a lot on overseas shopping sites too. It has a little identification here, like it's telling you where to place your finger. Polish starts drying the moment you apply it, so it's really a race against time. I apply it while my finger is already positioned inside the magnet. Maybe it's the filming angle, but it doesn't look like there's much of a change. I'll keep my finger here for about 20 seconds. Let's see how it looks. When I change the angle, I can see the particles gathering towards the surface. So pretty! I love it! For comparison, I'm going to try the finger suit magnet next. This one should be much stronger. Handle it carefully. Other magnets will literally jump toward it. I left my finger inside the magnet for about 20 seconds again. It doesn't look like much is happening from this filming angle. But when I tilt it, look, the particles are clearly lifting toward the top. Compared to the index finger I did with the 5D magnet, the finger suit magnet seems to create a bit more contrast and definition in the particle pattern. I'm applying the second coat now. Oh, while I was painting, I think I saw the particles move for a moment. I'll wait 20 seconds. The pattern came out really nicely. Applying a second coat definitely works better. I'm applying the second coat while my finger is inside the finger suit magnet. I'll wait 20 seconds. The finger suit magnet still looks more defined to me. How does it look to you? The 5D one seems a bit uneven. Also, the finger suit magnet is thicker, so it's much easier to apply polish while using it. The weight gives it stability, so it doesn't wobble around. Next, I'm going to try using the ball magnet. Since stronger magnets work better with magnetic polish, I added an extra magnet to increase the power. I'm going to use a magnet like this to gather the particles into one spot. But it's not working well. The particles aren't moving much at all. Oh wait, this part is moving a little. I guess I'm just not using the magnet very well. And then nothing happened anymore. Well, what is this? Anyway, I'll go ahead and apply the second coat. I can see the particles moving. I don't even need a finger stand anymore. And now I'm just fiddling with it non-stop. I'm spinning it around, but nothing seems to change. Oh, but when I bring it to the center, it moves a little. So the center is the key. I'm just experimenting, moving it around in all directions. This is really difficult. I just can't get the particles together in one spot. But I still wanted to leave some kind of mark, so I tried focusing on the center. And what is this? But when I looked closely, I noticed something. If I change the angle, the particles actually are gathered. It's just not quite what I was aiming for. and I have to tilt it at such a steep angle to see it. It's way too hard to find. Now I'm trying the cylinder magnet on my pinky. The particles move really well. I'm bringing it in from different angles just to experiment. Starting from the cuticle area, I'm using the magnet like this to push the particles toward the tip of the nail. Now that I've kind of figured out the trick, I'm going all in for the second coat. When I bring the magnet close from the cuticle area like this, the particles look like they sink. So before the polish dries, I move the magnet quickly. Cuticle, tip, back and forth. I think this is enough. It created a design where the cuticle area and the tip have different looks. With a horseshoe magnet, the particles created a light effect that moved from right to left. But with a cylinder magnet, the particles create a vertical effect that moves from top to bottom and bottom to top. Now I'm using this flat magnet. When I apply it like this, all the particles sink. I'm going to play around with the magnet a bit from here. The particles move really well, but it's so hard to control. Using it sideways like this created an interesting pattern. I honestly have no idea what design I'm trying to make anymore. While I was playing around with it, the polish started to dry and the particles stopped moving. For the second coat, I'm going to try something completely different. I'm doing a French nail this time. In my previous video, the gel worked really well for a clean French tip. I wasn't sure how it would turn out with polish, but it looks like it's going to work. It turned out pretty much like a French nail, but the size are a bit disappointing. Now I'm trying the small ball magnet. It moved, but nothing else happened after that. I waited 20 seconds. I'm applying the second coat now and doing the same thing as before. The pattern is definitely clearer this time, but what is the pattern? Since these small ball magnets are called water surface magnets, I'm going to try creating a water surface design. But even before trying, I just don't feel like I can pull this off. Yeah, it's definitely hard. I'm applying the second coat and giving it another try. When I did this with gel before, it created the water surface pattern and even a flame-like effect, but polish really is harder. This is how I am working. I made a kind of French nail on my left thumb earlier, so now I'm trying it on a smaller nail. Since the nail is small, I'm using the small ball magnet too. I tried it on my middle finger, but both the position and the shape of the smile line were a mess, so I'm trying again on my ring finger. First coat. It's already much better than the middle finger. Second coat. This way of holding the magnet is so awkward that my hand was shaking. I spent all the time and effort, and this is what I ended up with? Now I'm attaching the ball magnet to the CanDo magnet and pushing the particles up from the cuticle area. I realized the ball magnet was actually getting in the way, so I took it off. Right now I'm working with just the CanDo magnet. What is this clump of particles left in the center? Since I really wanted to gather all the particles into one point, I tried applying the polish inside the magnet's ring to see what would happen. I put the silicone washboard I usually use as a brush rest under the magnet. Let's see if the particles gather in the center. Nope, not at all. I even tried pressing the ring like this, but it's still difficult. Okay, that's the end of the experiment. Thank you for watching. See you in the next video. Bye!